We do a radio show in Flint called the Skunk Works Show.
Skunk work?
Skunk Works Show.
Skunk. Animal.
That's right.
Got
it. And here with
Brinnette.
Brinnette. Very nice. That's an unusual name. Where are you from?
Detroit, around here.
How long have you lived in Detroit?
All my life.
What do you know about Michigan's medical marijuana law?
I know we're not supposed to do it. That's all. Not too much of it.
Do you know anybody that has a medical marijuana card?
Yeah, a few people.
Do you think it's okay if people use it for medical reasons, or do you think people should be able to use marijuana for any reason?
Any reason?
So, as long as people are responsible, you have no problem?
Yep, no problem.
Do you know people that are in your age group that use marijuana responsibly?
Yes.
Marijuana compared to alcohol, which one would you prefer?
I would prefer marijuana more than alcohol because alcohol, is more in your system. You can't drink and drive, but you can smoke and drive.
Are you sure about that? I think there might be police officers that say differently.
Saying if you're in the sky or something, then yeah, you can smoke and drive. But
so your ability is impaired if you use marijuana, where if you use alcohol, you're drunk, you're worse.
Yeah, you're worse if you're drinking.
Thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome.
Downtown Detroit, the backdrop is Windsor, Canada, and I'm standing with
Deja.
Where are you from, Deja?
Farmington Hills.
Did you know that Michigan has a medical marijuana law?
Yeah.
Do you know anybody that's a card holder?
Yeah, I know a couple people that's car.
Have you found that that's a good thing or a bad thing?
I don't think it's a bad thing, but I wouldn't say it's a good thing either. It's if they have a good reason for it.
You said you were 18. The people your age, do they smoke marijuana and use cannabis? Is it popular?
Not the people that I know. Maybe people my age do it. I don't know. My friends don't do it.
Are you headed to college in the fall?
Yeah, I'm already in college.
What school do you go to?
Jackson College.
And do you see a lot of cannabis use when you're in school?
No, they're not around me. So people don't just do it in the open. So I would assume people do it behind closed doors.
Thank you very much for your time.
Okay.
Thank you. This is Ryan with the Skunk Works Show, and I'm speaking with
Jane.
Where are you from?
Ann Arbor.
I'm sure you've heard that Michigan has a medical marijuana law. Since 2009, people have been able to get medical marijuana cards and use cannabis. Have you seen any negatives or positives with that new law?
Neither. No.
This is your hometown. I'm sure you know there's dispensaries here. Have you had any issues with those or find them to be a good or a bad thing?
No. I don't. I don't live next to one or anything, so no, it hasn't affected me.
You see, the United States as a whole seems to be relaxing their attitude about cannabis. 2 states have recreational marijuana, and it looks like there's going to be more following this November. Do you have an opinion on people using cannabis that are 21 and over responsibly?
Do I have an issue with it?
An opinion.
An opinion? If they're 21 and over and they use it responsibly, I don't have an issue with it.
Thank you very much for your time. Thank you. We're in Ann Arbor, and I'm standing with
Tony Nash.
Where are you from, Tony?
Canton, Michigan.
Today we're talking to people about medical marijuana dispensaries. There's a bill in committee in Lansing right now, and what it says is each community can decide if they want a dispensary in their community. If I brought a dispensary to Canton, would you have a problem with that?
That's a difficult one. I'll be honest. That is a difficult one. I mean, if it's strictly for medical purposes, medicinal, I'm okay if the doctor prescribed it,
You see that there's a couple states in the union, Colorado and Washington, passed recreational marijuana for anyone over 21. There looks like there could be 5 more states going that way in November. As a whole, the country may go that way within the next few years. Have you talked to people about that? Do you have a problem with it? What are your feelings about legalizing marijuana?
Wow. I mean, well, I'll say this. Studies have shown that not one person has ever died from marijuana. But you got a lot of people that's died from, tobacco. So I think it's, to be honest, I think you'd cut out a lot of illegal activity, a lot of things that people shouldn't be doing. I think you'd cut it out if they legalize it. It's natural, So I wouldn't necessarily have a problem with it if they legalize it.
Thank you very much for your time.
This is Skunk Works.